No, I can hear you, yeah.
Alright, this is a shitty mic. Alright, let me just do it through my PlayStation. Let's just remember the key to do it faster, remember. Hold on. Also, I can't see anything right now, by the way. You didn't, like, do the share play yet.
Yeah, no, I will.
Okay. I'm gonna mute now.
Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. Tonight we're going to be playing Amerzone, the Explorer's Legacy. This is a Unreal Engine 5 remake of the original 1999 game that was originally on PC. Now, I don't know what the game engine was that made that game, but this is a really faithful remake of the original 1999 game. The game was originally made by Benoît Sokal, who is the creator of the Syberia games. So if you guys remember playing those games, he was the creator of those games. In interviews, he stated that Amerzone was heavily inspired by Myst and Riven. So if you guys remember Myst and Riven, he was heavily inspired by those games. He played Myst and Riven, and he wanted to make a game very similar to those kind of games. And so Amerzone was his game that was heavily based off of those games. Now, obviously not storyline-wise, but I mean like heavily inspired, I should say. Heavily inspired by those games. Joining me on this channel is our good friend Stu's Game Reviews, who has the original, well, I guess the DVD release or something like that, of Amerzone. So he's going to be streaming that on his channel at some point, and we can do a comparison between the two. It's going to be really fun. But anyway, welcome, Stu. It's always awesome to have you on this channel.
Hi, Grotto and Stu. How are you guys?
And Luis is talking over me, of course. No, it's good to be here, and yeah, just in terms of your comment about the DVD version. By the way, it's echoing a little bit again now.
No, because I turned up my volume just for the intro. Yes.
Oh, okay. In terms of the comment, like basically it was released, like you said, 1999, and there was like the main version came out I think on 4 CDs, but there was also a version that came at the same time on DVD. It was basically the same box, but there was a sticker on it that said DVD. Okay. Because back then, not a lot of gamers had DVDs. DVD drives, at least, you know, for the PC.
Okay.
So, if you bought that version, supposedly it was better quality, whatever else. But I haven't actually played it. I mean, I'll tell you, just from the screen you're showing right now, this looks like freaking amazing, is my initial impression. I don't know who that dude is, the statue guy, but the graphics look really good.
So he is technically the enemy of the game. He's like a dictator. That's
I think you're saying he's a dick, but okay, he's a
well,
dictator.
He's that too. I mean, he's a bit of both.
It's all right. Luis wanted me to swear a little bit, so
no, I know. I'm fine with it. I swear all the time on this channel. Are you kidding me?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the guy who created it. I guess His name, he's a French guy, right? His first name is like spelled Benoit, which
Benoît.
I believe. Is it Ben? I think it's not Benoit. That's what I would have thought too. I could be wrong, but I think I remember somebody telling me it's actually like Benoit or something like that.
Oh,
but
Benoit. Yeah, it could be.
I'm not really sure. What I do know for a fact is I used to always call this company Microids, and then a French gamer told me like, no, it's Microids.
That sounds so fake. Because I looked that up after you. He was trolling you because I looked that up. No, he was definitely trolling you because I looked that up because you know how on Wikipedia they have the translation thing where you can click the translate button and it's not that at all. It's Microids.
Really?
It's literally Microids. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to go back to that guy then and
kick his butt. He's like Microids. What do you make? You make him sound like Inspector Clouseau. No, it is Microids.
This guy used to actually work for a gaming company in France, so like I would think he knows what he's talking about, but I will
apparently not.
I will go back and double check this. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like also like Cryo, like apparently is Creo, like not Cryo is what I was told. So anyway. The funny thing also is you said this is a Myst inspired by Myst. I think when it came out, it was like sort of called a Myst clone. That's what the name they used at the time. So I don't know if like how well it sold. I really don't have any recollection.
I do have some good news for you in regards to this remaster. Not only is it 100% faithful to the original game, but the navigation system is the same. So they didn't go with like full explore everywhere. You know, you have to click to go forward. That's what this game is. It's
Do you think that's good or bad?
I honestly, I am loving it for this game.
Because
not only is it bringing
like a full navigation, whatever, you know.
I mean, I would have liked that. I would have liked maybe the option, but at the end of the day, I feel like having played it for as long as I have, I'm 50% through the game. I'm not sure. I haven't beaten it yet. I have another save. I'm 50% through it. But I have to say, near the beginning, I was like, I would have liked it if it was full navigation. But as I progressed through the game, I was like, nope, you know what? This is perfect the way it is. I would not have it any other way. I would not change a goddamn thing on this game.
Just the other thing for the viewers, the most famous game that this dude created was, you know what it is, right?
Syberia.
Correct. Right. So Syberia, which is like 2 sequels to it, and that would. So this game, I'm not sure. I don't think it sold super well, but Syberia obviously sold a ton.
I actually have all of the Syberia games on my PlayStation. I just never got around to streaming them, but I have all of them too.
Yeah, I have those too, but I've never actually played any of them. I think I played the beginning of the first one, and I never finished it. But like, yeah, I never played this game at all. So I don't know what to expect, and
okay.
I don't even know what it means. Like Amerzone, like it sounds like there's like some Zone of America or something, but like
Amerzone is the name of an island, from my understanding. Having
is
played
it a real
through this.
place?
No, I doubt it.
Okay,
I doubt it.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, it's oh my god. I mean, I was looking at the original screenshots from 1999 and comparing it to this because you can find comparison screenshots on the internet where it shows like on the left the 1999 game and on the right the 2025 game, and it's like, holy shit, did they ever change a lot? I mean, graphically, not gameplay wise. Now gameplay wise, this is identical to the original 1999 game right down to the puzzles. So wow. If you are a fan of the original game, this is gold. I haven't seen a remake as faithfully done.
I hope they make a physical version of this.
They do. They have a physical version with a ton of extra content. You get
really?
Like maps and everything. That's why I'm surprised you didn't get it, because it would be right up your fucking alley. I'll give you a link to it after the stream.
Yeah, what's it out for?
What do you mean, like consoles and stuff? It's on everything. It's on PC. It's on everything.
Wow. All right, I didn't know about this. Time to do some searching.
Yeah.
Cool. So it was like Indiana Jones type thing here.
There you go. Yeah.
Aw, that's sad.
He was helping them make this game, as I said earlier, before he passed.
That's pretty cool.
I actually love this company. I've bought so many of their games on console so far, and they have not let me down on any of their games.
Which company? Microids?
Yeah, Microids, they have not let me down. You know?
You need to crank up the game volume a little bit. I hear it, but it's like a little quiet.
I don't know if I can. I think we're at max volume.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Maybe it gets louder. It's not, I can hear. It's not like silent. It's just pretty quiet compared to us talking, I think.
Let me see if I can do something about that. How's that?
Wow, it just got super loud. That's good.
Is that too loud?
No, it's not too loud. Not yet, anyway. What'd you do?
I just turned up the volume gain on my PS5.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Luis likes it too.
A game developed by Microids.
And it's nice music too, so I'm glad we're able to hear it.
Yes. Everything about this remaster.
Is that a bicycle man? Yeah.
Yes.
Game narrative director Lucas Lacrovet.
So these are the actual in-game graphics we're seeing right now.
Game designator Romain Pierson.
You're the journalist, aren't you? I gave him your letter the other day. The professor's probably read it. He received another letter this morning. I put it in his mailbox. It was a letter from the museum. Letters from the museum. They always mean trouble. Hey, maybe you could take it to him. He has trouble moving around, you know. He's an old man. You know what I mean. You want my advice? He should see a doctor. Well, that's what I think, anyway.
Some bigot was the technical director.
And having
Louis Bigot. Sorry.
Well, have a nice day.
Okay.
That's what it said.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bigu.
Rowan
Bigu.
Atkinson as an extra.
Rowan Atkinson as an extra? That didn't look like Rowan Atkinson.
Why do you just leave it on the
Smart-ass.
floor?
Right?
Why did he hand it to you? Like, I just leave it on the floor.
Professor Alexandre Valenbois. He awaits you at his lighthouse in Brittany. Despite his unsavory reputation, he is the only expert on the little-known Amerzone, and we absolutely have to fill these last pages in the feature that Camille left so empty. Valenbois seems to have enjoyed your communications. Get what you can from him face-to-face and get back to Paris as soon as possible. The accounts department refuses to cover any hotel fees for this report. Emma Fitzgerald, Editor-in-Chief, Mondial Magazine. So your character is a journalist who's supposed to just be interviewing him, nothing else.
Who is this dude? Just he's an expert on Amerzone. That's all we know about him?
Yeah, basically. We're going to skip past all that. So as you can see, exact same style of interface as Riven and Mist. We want to walk forward, do we just click? But look at this environment, like...
This is like, this is like Mist 3. It's not like Mist 1. Because Mist 1, you just to turn to the left, you had to, click the, you know what I'm saying? It was a static picture. So this is like, this is cool. This is good. I like this. I mean, you're stuck on a path, but like, it's very seamless.
So in order to make it a little bit different, they made
around by itself now. By the way, right? You're not doing that. It's just panning around.
That did it by itself. Yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So unlike other games, older games that were in this style, to make it more modernized, Microids made multiple paths. So from what I read in a review, they added not necessarily new content, but new side roads you can explore and stuff like that, and you know what I mean? So that you're not just always going straight, going left, going right. You have multiple.
Cool. And they made some cool Easter eggs, I guess, for the people who played the game before. Look at those ducks.
I think those look like seagulls to me.
Oh, maybe you're right. Quack, quack. Other ducks. I just heard them quack.
There is nothing. This is for the tutorial, but really there is nothing to look at here.
Okay.
It just has a really nice view of the lighthouse.
Some guy died over there. You see the grave?
Yeah.
You can see from there too.
Langravin Peninsula.
That's cool that you could translate it. But then it translates it.
So, like I was saying before, Microids, God, I mean, they did that Tintin game that I played on this channel. They've done... I think they did that Survivor. I didn't play it on this channel yet, but they did a Survivor game, and it was really good as well.
Overjoyed that your editor.
I have yet to play a game from them that I've been disappointed with.
I think it's cool whether they're showing the credits during the stuff.
Our recent correspondence will not
I think that's the right way to do it.
Certain subjects as freely as I would like.
Okay.
The subject of your
Run!
That was cool.
I should let you know that Canada geese in real life are like that. You go anywhere near them, they will peck your eyes out.
It's supposed to be in Canada?
No, but that looked like a Canada goose, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
As my old friend.
I mean, it would make sense if it's in Canada because, like, made by French people. It's probably Quebec.
No. It said at the beginning when we were looking at that map where you commented on Indiana Jones and all that. It said that it was in France.
Oh, you're right. It's in Paris. So I forgot about that.
Ventured into the unknown wilds.
So it's interesting. I was showing this game last night to my friends who are modern day gamers, and they fell in love with this. They were just like, "Oh my god, this is just beautiful." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it really is.
It is very nice."
My friends and I, we caused harm. Harm that I am determined to heal today.
What kind of accent does this guy have?
But I need
I'm not sure.
He's British.
Not only to finally bring my version of what happened to light, but perhaps to do even more.
For whatever reason, a lot of Microids games are in France, like they're French, but they always use British actors. I've always noticed that. Because like in Tintin, it was the same thing. Tintin had a British accent, but he's supposed to be a French character. So I don't know why they do that, but that's always been kind of their thing. And I did notice also that one of the voice actors in this game, is from their Microids' other game, Blacksad. He played Blacksad in the Blacksad game. And I'm like, so they're reusing voice actors from their other games.
I feel like this is such a huge marketing fail that I didn't know about this. I don't know.
Microids...
How did I not know about it?
Microids has never really...
yeah, you're right. All their stuff is like under the radar usually.
Yeah, Microids has never really promoted their games all that well. Which is a shame, because they're always works of art, in my opinion. Monsieur Alexandre Valembois. The museum's letterhead, a bad sign, according to the mailman. Let's read his mail. Why not? Letter from the museum. Mr. Alexander, we don't need to know about the address. Mr. Valembois, we have thoroughly examined your plans for a new expedition to the Amerzone and regret to inform you that we are unable to give a positive response to your grant request. First, the present economic situation does not permit us to finance such a risky expedition. Second, my colleagues and I are of the opinion that unfortunately you still have not renounced that empirical fallacy which was once at the root of a lengthy dispute between yourself and the museum. This venerable institution, which I now have the honor of representing, still remembers the bitter disappointment and mockery within the scientific community that resulted from your first expedition in 1932, which we had been weak enough to sanction in the first place. Just as my honorable predecessors did back then, I will warn you against the dangers of such an undertaking where adventurous fantasy prevails over strict scientific rigor. Edouard Milot, curator.
So, I'm just looking while you're reading this at Wikipedia. So, a couple things that I want to mention here. Like, first of all, I was wrong. This thing apparently sold over 1 million copies of the original release, which I didn't realize. Number two, it's apparently based on a comic strip that Sokal did.
Yes, so the comic.
Canardo.
Yes, the comic was made first, and then they made the game in 1999.
When you are
Yes.
speaking French, you remind me of Jim Carrey in The Mask.
When I'm speaking French, I remind you of Jim Carrey in The Mask.
The comic strip, the main character apparently was a duck, so I wonder if those were ducks in the water. I don't know. And the other thing I wanted to say was that, what was it? I forgot. Oh yeah, it's apparently Amerzone is supposed to be in South America. That's what it says here. So
now there's things like this. These have nothing to do with the game really, but you can go up to certain objects, see them, look at them up close, and it does an animation of him like eyeing the object.
It's cool. It's immersive. C'est immersif.
That's an elevator. I've never figured out if we can actually. Oh wait, no, that's not it. No, I know what that is. That's not an elevator. At least I don't think it is. It might be. I never figured out how to get it working. Yeah, it looks like an elevator actually.
Cet jeu est très joli.
So we're just exploring the outside of the lighthouse. Now let's actually go inside, which is what we're really supposed to be doing. Now that's a nice thing, because in the original game, from my understanding, you would just click on a door and they would open. In this version, they actually give you a hand and everything.
Yeah, it's more immersive for sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Letter from a teacher. June 8th, 1998. Professor Valembois, I've been told you no longer want to teach your workshop next year after a disagreement with a parent of one of our pupils.
Not a creepy lighthouse.
Not a creepy lighthouse? It's not. Don't worry. For what it's worth, I sincerely think that you shouldn't take the comments of this individual, who is already notorious within our team, to heart. No one thinks you're a charlatan. You're a scientist, and the children love you. Year after year, I see how fascinated they are, and their teacher too, by your sessions on the Amerzonian goose, and so...
Not Canadian goose, the Amerzonian goose.
The Amerzonian goose doesn't look like that one. The Amerzonian goose is pure white. And so I hoped I might change your mind by writing to you. To help persuade you, little Sophia, who was also mesmerized by your last workshop, asked me to send you something. I've attached it to this letter, along with the usual sign up form for external educators. I know it's you, James. I can see your name when you talk. I hope you'll send it back to me, filled in as usual. Warmest regards, Ariane D.
P.S. Fuck you.
P.S. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, bastard. Nobody wants to hear about your fucking goose.
Hey, James, how's it going?
Yeah, it's awesome to have you here as always, James. Really appreciate you joining these streams.
I had to kick him to make him say that. He didn't really like you. Actually.
Smart ass.
Oh, this guy's old.
Yeah. So if you compare the graphics of this scene compared to the original, he looks so ugly in the original game.
Not very attractive looking here either.
Oh, he's dying.
I know what you meant.
Too late for me. Too late. It's all over for me. I'm no longer in good health.
He doesn't sound French at all.
It's a pity. But what can I do?
Hey Stu, I'm well, how are you?
In any case,
Hey, James, I am good.
I must all that. No one ever believed.
Sorry.
So,
We're talking like Master
Who's
Yoda
this?
now, apparently. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. That's his girlfriend? Really? She's like 50 years younger than him.
No. So,
Oh, his girlfriend is when
I
she was
love
younger.
the sarcasm. Serenity now.
he's trying. I know what Luce is trying to do. He's trying to get me to sound like George.
Yeah, he wants to go like Serenity now or something like that.
Yeah.
to take it.
George is away on holiday. Oh, not doing it.
This guy's about to throw up all over the place.
My expedition was ready.
I meant to add an are you behaving lol.
And all planned
We just started. Give him time to misbehave.
smallest
When did he ever behave?
I was about to say, we haven't even started yet.
I have no strength left.
Why are you like walking all around the room, like leaning over this guy? You should be like sitting in your chair, like, you know, what the heck?
You must go for me. You must go.
Who? Some random guy you don't even know?
Take
No,
You
I
want me to
feel
go
like
somewhere?
your character. It doesn't really explain it, but I feel like your character does know him.
please.
I guess he must.
You will find everything you need right here.
The lip
so-
syncing isn't so good, but
So
it's
the
great.
audio is good on the channel, right? Like there's no issues with the audio at all. You guys can hear it clearly.
I think they could. You know, it's funny. I was gonna say the lip syncing is not good, but I just realized like the original language is probably French, so I bet you the lip syncing in French is better than in English.
You must.
It probably was designed for French.
Yeah. So the original game was a French game.
I'm saying this one too, but it was like the remaster. They probably did it in French as well.
I guess maybe just for this game, but I mean, like I know that their Tintin game, the lip syncing was spot on. So I don't know. It's a mixture. I guess.
Interesting. Did you just freaking die right there on the spot?
Yep.
Don't touch him, man. Your fingerprints are gonna be on him. Take his wallet.
Take his wallet. Hey, old man, sure I'll do the mission for you. Let me just take your wallet.
Let's raid the place here. Well, there must be some other stuff in that cabinet.
So I
Oh my
finally
God.
got the Fortnite Battle
That's
Pass
really,
today and unlocked General Grievous.
That's pretty like morbid. Like covered with this blanket that was on the map.
That's what I was thinking too when I first saw that. I was like, okay.
Oh, c'est toujours. Oh, sorry, it's in English there.
And somewhere out there is the Temple of Flight, then the volcanic crater, and then perhaps redemption? So we're going to look at all of these, obviously. Le village, blah, 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 blah.
It doesn't look like it says the same thing. Like it says Amerzone, right? But in this thing it says Avo Mo La Plow or something.
Well, no,
Say
no,
Amerzone.
no. Amerzone Falls is not the. No,
it's not the translation of that?
I haven't done the translation yet. Amerzone Falls is what's in the picture.
Ah, okay.
The Ovo Volavos village, is it still there?
Oh, that's what it says in the picture. Okay, got
Yes.
it. Amerzone Falls like the title.
Correct. Strange creatures. Best avoided. Yeah, I would say so. That doesn't look too happy. This is the dictator. Antonio Alvarez, president of Amerzone. Antonio Alvarez, what has become of you, old friend? Oh, so they knew each other. Interesting. Luis Angel, 1933. Luis Angel, my guide in 1933. See? Luis, you're in the game! He abandoned me back then, but strangely, I feel I can trust him. Enough to send him a diskette?
Why do you feel like you can trust him?
Lewis's
very
old
trustworthy.
cabin on the banks of the Amerzone River. Lewis, we need to get you a better cabin.
That dude didn't look very trustworthy, and he abandoned him. So why was he trust him?
I don't know. Got a letter here. Louis Angel's letter to Valembois. Valembois, what a surprise! After all this time, when I got your letter, you stubborn old mule, all the memories of our trip along the Amerzone River came flooding back. All that madness with your obsession with the white birds. But the country you knew is no more. Amerzone. Since your pal Alvarez took over, speaking of the old legends, is forbidden.
I'm like Huckleberry Finn.
You're like Huckleberry Finn. I have lost a lot of friends, and not only to fermented drinks. Many were crushed under the boots of the military regime before they could even utter the words white birds. I did warn you, you should never have stolen that egg from the Ovo Volahos. You cursed yourself that day, Valembois, and with you the whole of Amerzone, and you doomed me too, to watch the results of your folly every day. Friends dying one by one, and soon I too will follow them. Rum will get the better of me. I am dying, Alexandre. But I must forgive you, just as I believe you have forgiven me for abandoning you that day, deep in the jungle. I will keep this backup diskette that you sent me, hide it where you two met, You know who. I will also leave some fuel for your infernal machine as requested. Just be warned that I will probably no longer be here to welcome you when you arrive. Luis Angel.
That's the guy that he trusts, supposedly.
Yes. Makowski's letter to Valembois. My friend, it was with great joy tinged with disbelief that I received your letter after more than 50 years of silence. I must admit that I had given up all hope that our paths would ever cross again, and, to be quite truthful, I thought you were no longer with us. For we are too old now, I fear, and deep down inside the joy of meeting you again is mingled with the fear of seeing you undertake such a risky expedition at your age. My old friend Alexandra, I believe that I share your feelings of guilt towards poor Amerzone. We made many mistakes that only our youth could explain.
Was old Indiana Jones.
Could be, you never know. Well, he was an adventurer for sure. He was like an archaeologist almost. Today, in the twilight of our years, we want to right our wrongs and thus attempt to obtain from our fellow human beings or from ourselves an earthly redemption that pales in comparison to divine justice. All this is very human, I know, but what a folly at your age, and set off again through the Amazonian forest and marshlands. You will fail along the way and die out there. Oh, do we have one more page? Yes. What's more, the Amerzone you once knew no longer exists, my dear old friend. Things have changed here, as in the rest of the world. You mentioned the white birds, but I have come to believe that they live on only in the heady fumes of intoxication that envelop the few denaturalized indigenous people who were spared by the inexorable march towards progress. You must think that I am very bitter, Alexandra, but if you only knew the sad state that this country is in now, as if it had been hit by an implacable curse. Should you persist, however, in your determination to return to Amerzone and stop over at our mission in Puebla, as you have planned, note that you will not find the companion adventures of your youth, but a poor, toothless old man, who will nonetheless be delighted to welcome you under his roof. Then, like two exhausted ghosts, we will go and sit on the riverbank to watch the sun set on our lives. God be with you, David Makowski. P.S. I must say I was a little surprised by your request, but I am happy to keep hold of your backup diskette, as you call it. All the more reason for you to stop in and say hello if you insist on undertaking this ridiculous venture. And that's the photo, a sketch of David. David Makowski, Reverend Father, still a friend? Good candidate for a diskette. He's like giving these discs. He's giving these discs to everybody. The Amerzone Delta, where the waters of the eponymous river flow into the Atlantic Ocean, a natural border easily accessible, particularly after a stopover on Shipwreck Island. Valembois, I never would have imagined I'd hear from you after all this time. I still remember the day you washed up on our island after that contraption of yours hit that sperm whale. I'm sure you know what has become...
Sperm, sorry.
Sperm whale! Yeah, cool. I'm sure you know what has become of one of your traveling companions, Antonio Alvarez. Perhaps it would have been better if he'd gone down with your machine in the lagoon. Anyway, I'll take care of your doohickey, this backup diskette you sent with your letter. I'll hide it away like you asked, where you stayed back then. You're right to be cautious. The Amerzone Coast Guard seems paranoid that a foreigner like you is going to try and sneak across the border sometime soon. Fair winds for your voyage, and I guess see you soon. Illegible signature. P.S. And watch out for sperm whales this time. Oh, we already saw that one? Okay. So what are we missing here? There's a map down here, which we should probably take. That circled island seems like Valembois wanted to stop off there. A journey that starts in France, crosses the Atlantic to an island, then goes up the Amerzone River. What? to a volcano? Sketch figures. They look like animals. Alright, we can rotate the map as well. Everything in your inventory can be kind of rotated and looked at from all angles. Just like all modern day adventure games. We already looked at that. I think that's everything. Pretty sure we looked at this. Oh, maybe not. Alvarez, Paulus, September. Okay. Dear sir, I convey to you the heartfelt greetings of President Alvarez, who is in...
It's like a dictatorship if the city is called Alvarezopolis.
Yeah. Who is in ill health and unable to reply to your letter personally. Naturally, he has fond memories of the adventures you shared in the 30s upon his return to the country. However, as I am sure you will understand, our country's laws must apply equally to all, and the bonds of friendship you once had with our supreme guide do not entitle you to special privileges. I therefore regret to inform you that I cannot process your application for a visa to enter Amerzone. We do not wish to welcome any more scientific expeditions, which could lend credence in whatever form to the existence of those white birds. This Indian mythology, as with all others of its kind, is keeping our indigenous fellow citizens in a state of mind that is incompatible with our country's triumphant march towards progress and modernity. Thank you for your understanding, Colonel Garcialo, attaché to the Secretariat of the Office of the President. So they're basically telling him, fuck you can't come here. That ain't going to stop us, though. Because we're not him.
It's not us. It's the other guy, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We should take the body with us, though.
just throw it on the boat.
Yeah, carry it over our shoulder and be like, hey, this guy here, he told us to come in. Can we come in?
That's funny.
They're like, no.
I forgot. So another thing to mention is you can hold down the triangle button on the PS5 controller and see all the interactable objects.
Do you remember we played that the James Bond game where, like, at the very beginning, like if you use like the American passport, the guy like basically like kidnaps you?
Yeah. Seems like she meant a great deal to Valembois, and there's one of our slides.
I'm having a flashback to that now.
A portrait of a young woman looks the same as the one in the photo Valembois was holding.
It's like Pocahontas a little bit.
Labeled 5 of 6. Valembois has scribbled down some kind of apology. I'd be able to read it better if I had a suitable projector. So we take that into our inventory. Now I notice that there is something else on this photo that we never uncovered. So what is that, I wonder? I guess it's the writing at the bottom here. Yeah. A portrait of someone called Yukomani in 1933.
How'd you know there was something else?
Because if you see off to the side, when we uncover it, it shows up. J.F. Millay High School, probably a retirement gift. Ugh. Judging by the smell, Valembois liked to add a little kick to his coffee. Don't we all? Alright, apparently this doesn't play. Alright. So, got something over here. It's always good to, like, look at everything we can.
Yeah, of course. You might miss something. It's an adventure game.
Well, I don't have any phone numbers to call, so that's absolutely
Call 911.
useless. I mean, we can try.
Given the fact there's a dead guy here. Call the police, call the ambulance. Did it work?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Do you want to talk?
Yes, it's a call from Professor Valembois' lighthouse. Professor Valembois. Professor Valembois?
Oh, you're not talking.
I hope he's not having another stroke. I'm sending an ambulance to the lighthouse, Professor. Hold on.
Why did I say something on the phone?
I got a trophy for that? Okay. Um,
Well, you
Okay.
deserve a trophy. That was very conscientious of you.
well, yeah, but it's still sending out an ambulance, right? We'll be gone by the time the ambulance arrives.
I wonder. I guess you didn't want them to know you were there or something. I'm surprised you didn't say yes. I'm visiting Professor whatever.
So,
and you could drop dead.
Again, it's based off of the old game, and in the old game, your character didn't have a voice because they wanted you to quote unquote play yourself, kind of like in Myst. You know how in Myst and Riven, your character didn't have a voice.
Yeah, I guess. But they still could have been like, "What's that? The professor's dead? We'll come over right away." You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to.
Well,
like,
they kind of did.
Like,
They said, "Oh, I hope he doesn't have another. He isn't having another stroke."
but the way they did it, it was like you didn't say anything. So they're like, "Hello, Professor, you there?" And then they said, "Oh, I hope he's not having a stroke." Like he did, like dial the number and then pass out. That's what it sounded like they were thinking.
Yeah. So then they said they're sending an ambulance.
Right.
Silhouettes of three men: Valembois and his companions. Valembois' notes, difficult to read without using a projector. Labeled 2 of 6. So we take that to our inventory. This is the projector right here. So we got already one slide in here. Can we actually look at that one? I guess not. So we'll put in slide 2. Health insurance.
That's funny. That looks like circuit boards and like a computer. It's so weird.
No, it's old-fashioned slides. Now these segments here are really interesting. They do them in like FMV style.
I am an old man in the twilight of his years. I know now that I will never have the strength to set off again to the Amerzone.
That's what that book that's right there you're about to pick up. That's what the CDs look like. That's like the jewel case. That's like the design of the manual that comes with the original game.
Huh, cool.
Yeah.
It was in 1929.
I think.
University where I was finishing my
It's definitely
studies,
something like the manual or something like that.
that I first heard of the Amerzone. I befriended a young law student from that country. His name was Antonio Alvarez.
That's all FMV. When he's writing and everything, this is all FMV. Which is kind of interesting to incorporate that into here.
He suggested
I told you he's like a dictator, this guy.
and interpreter until we got to the last steps of civilization in his country.
It's FMV. It's so weird. You're right. Why would they do that? I didn't notice it when you first, until you pointed it out. Because it's like a hand in the background, sort of.
I'm wondering if it was in the original game and they just ported it over.
We set off, therefore, one morning in June 1932 on board the Hydrofloat, a revolutionary invention of mine. Unfortunately, this first prototype had several
Oh, hit a sperm whale.
mechanics of the craft failed us on the way.
That's what they're talking about, him hitting a whale.
Large number of sperm whales had settled there. I feared that we might have hit one of them. It was only by a miracle that we set foot on the shores of the Amerzone. But already, my friend, I realize that I am only at the beginning of this tragic story. If you want to find out about what follows, it will be waiting for you in the basement.
Oh, who's he writing this to?
Should you decide
He wrote this to you?
for this new journey.
Apparently so. It almost seems like he knew that you were coming back to interview him on stuff because you're a journalist, and it almost feels like he wanted you to do all this shit for him. But he also says you'll see a whole bunch of well, as we go on, it's labeled basement. Yeah, okay. You'll also see as we go on that he writes letters to you, and he says kind of like, you know, I'll understand if you don't want to do this. You're of your own free will to leave and not worry about this. Now, granted, we're not going to do that because this is a video game. Why would we choose to not do an adventure? Hell no, this is an adventure game.
You could be like, nah, I changed my mind.
Fuck this. The game ending credits roll and they're like, huh? what was that?
That's pretty funny, though.
Illustrations of the Hydrofloat, a machine Valenbois appears to have done a lot of work on. By the way, this invention is fucking amazing. I love this vehicle in the game, and you use it so much in the game to get everywhere, and it reminds me of like the fancy cars that that we all grew up watching on TV, like Kit from Knight Rider, or you know, like the James Bond cars and stuff like that. It's up there with those kind of vehicles for sure. It's a very fancy. It feels like the star of the game for me. That is a lot of writing. E equals MC square. What is it? Does he say anything to this? No.
Hang on one second. I'll be right back. I just noticed I'm missing something here. I'll be right back.
Okay. We've got a videotape here. Antonio A, 1996, a recent recording of the Amerzonian dictator. Well, we got a VCR beside us, so let's pop this in. Turn on the TV first.
Amazone is a powerful country, and the people of Amazone are its symbol. I am the father of the Amazonian people. And as this nation among us, long live Amazone! Long live progress! Progress will liberate us, separate us from the romantic nonsense of the savages. Progress will burst open the door to the modern world so that we, the people of Amazone, may enter and take our rightful place.
I should probably turn off the TV. I just realized that. There we go. All right. So let's look for interactable objects here. It doesn't look like there's much else to... Oh, there's a book. I think that's it. So we'll look at this. President, Guide, Motivator, Dictator. There are many titles befitting the ruler of Amerzone, Antonio Alvarez. He rose to power in the 1930s after leading a lightning coup d'etat against the previous oligarchy. Since then, the Supreme Guide has been ruling this small country, still largely unknown, on the international scene with an iron fist. Antonio Alvarez grew up in a poor family, the descendants of the first European colonists in Amerzone. They were vassalage to a landowning oligarchy which stood unchallenged at the time. It was a form of modern serfdom, characterized by farming techniques from another era, and with no options for property ownership or social mobility, even on their own merits. This made the young Alvarez incredibly resentful, as did the territorial conflicts between his own agricultural proletariat and the native Ovo Valahos tribe, though they too were persecuted by the reigning oligarchy. These competing hardships kindled in Alvarez at an early age a certainty that the power of a people lay in homogeneity rather than in diversity. Alvarez achieved outstanding results at school, despite attending only sporadically alongside long hours spent working the land. And his destiny quickly changed when these educational achievements drew the attention of an ecclesiastical tutor.
Ecclesiastical, I think.
Ecclesiastical, there we go. With close ties to the oligarchs, in 1929 he obtained a bursary to send the young Alvarez to study law at a
complicated language, by the way.
prestigious university, La Sorbonne in France. The new student, who was by now very religious, discovered a whole new way of life there, and a modern outlook, which he says was key to forging his own ideology, that of a dictator who does not yet know what he is, and for whom only economic liberalism and the strength of the nation-state, under the close moral patronage of the church, may prevail in this world. Antonio Alvarez returned to Amerzone in 1933 under difficult circumstances. All we know is that he started to make a name for himself in the area around the Puebla trading post. That is where Alvarez stirred up a revolt. He managed to turn members of the military and the law enforcement against their own government, which he swiftly toppled in 1934 with the church's tacit support. And so Antonio Alvarez rose to power. It was the end of the oligarchy and the birth of one of the last totalitarian regimes still in existence. Since then, as is typical for this type of regime, secrecy reigns over what is actually happening in Amerzone. It is difficult to separate the truth from the self-indulgent propaganda spread by those in charge. All we have to go on are alarming stories from the few exiles who dare to speak out, and who all seem to bring to light endemic corruption, widespread poverty, and a violent repressive state which specifically targets indigenous populations. Such abuses can be dated as far back as the aftermath of the Second World War, where Alvarez bloodily suppressed the armed resistance of the native tribes of Amerzone. There are rumors that certain Western intelligence services were complicit in recognition of Alvarez's Allied support during the global conflict. Since then, despite the clear cult of personality that the dictator has established, there are whispers of his declining health. He is said to be extremely paranoid and particularly fearful of threats from overseas. The country's borders have been hermetically sealed for several years now. There has since been almost no official news from Amerzone.
How did this dude become the freaking dictator?
I don't know, especially considering he was one of the old guy that passed away, one of his best friends. So
yeah, crazy.
A lot has changed over the years, apparently. I wonder if we go over here, if we'll see the ambulance speeding up towards the old guy. Probably not, but it'd be kind of funny.
That would be very funny, actually.
Nope.
I doubt it will happen, but it was funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of detail in this game. I don't know if they had all of these flying ducks and everything in the original game, and the trees moving in the winds and stuff like that. I can't picture it, because I looked at those old screenshots of the 1999 game, and it honestly looked a lot like Myst, and Myst never really had that kind of animation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of incidental animation here. They definitely had a huge budget for this stuff.
I mean, I've never known Microids to have low budgets in their games anyway. They kind of go crazy with their games, and I noticed that they mostly make remakes and stuff of shit. That's what they're known for. They remind me a lot of what's that other Night Dive Studios, who also does remakes. Today, as in the past, the solution was within view at almost 6 degrees. This book must have helped Valenbois with some very tricky calculations.
Ooh,
another slide. A crowd of people with their arms raised. They seem to be carrying something, though it is difficult to make out what exactly without a suitable projector. It's a good thing we
A
have a
huge
projector.
dildo.
Labeled 4 of 6. There we go. That's exactly what it is. Yes. Dude.
That's what it looks like.
No.
Doesn't it?
No, we'll find out. This looks like it was once a form to be completed by external educators who gave classes for Tourville Elementary School in Langriven. So this is a puzzle, but we don't have the solution just yet, so we're going to come back to this. The solution to the puzzle is randomized.
Oh.
We learn it through the slides.
Frank Drebin.
Frank Drebin.
Frank Drebin. I like James' comment before, by the way, that old guy who's died was an old Indiana Jones. I thought that was funny. I don't know that's
You kind of look
accurate,
like him with the hat and everything.
Yeah, he did look like him. I agree.
I do know that if I ever showed this game to my dad, he would absolutely adore it, because he Mist and Riven were some of his favorite games.
Cool.
Yeah, no, he's a big fan of these style of games. Okay, so this is where the projector is. Let's put in that slide. We can go up here quickly. There's not much up here. It's just like you said earlier, always good to explore the entire environment. I just want to point out. Want to point out. Look at the detail on this alligator skin. That's how
Pretty
beautiful
cool.
Unreal Engine 5 is. Like, I mean, it's such an amazing engine for just kind of like photorealistic visuals. And you'll see as we go to one of the other islands, once we get our machine working and everything, and travel to the next island, it's just absolutely stunning. A really beautiful game. The book is open at a page about the Amerzone Hoko. The page shows a female on the left and a male on the right. I think that's the only thing to look at up here, actually. Yeah. So we'll head back, down, and we'll go to the basement, which is where the game kind of wants us to go. Now, another thing to quickly note is they did state these are our main objectives here. Now, there is an in-game hint system. And now they added the in-game hint system just in case modern-day gamers were getting stuck on the puzzles. So you can reveal the solution to the puzzle in the online hint system, in the in-game hint system, and it does not affect your score or your trophies. You will still get all your trophies, all your score. It's just for the easier difficulty of the game, you have hints available. Now, if you play on the harder difficulty of the game, you get no hints. So
Which difficulty are you on?
This is just I'm not going to read all this. This is just all
which difficulty level are you on?
I'm on easy. It's my first time playing the game. I'm definitely on easy. Because my first time playing through a game, let me explain this. So for every game I ever buy, I will always play on the stupidest difficulty. I will play on dumbass child difficulty, because I like to experience a game for the first time for the story. The second time I go through a game, I will go on a harder difficulty. That's how I always play, because I want to experience the story for the first time without stress.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Since Dial Magazine asked me to contribute to its special issue on Amerzone, I felt as though I've unveiled a case with untold ramifications. I need to investigate as many of them as possible for my report. So these are side missions. So you see here, these are new to the game, according to Microids. This was never in the original game. So you find all these additional evidence and documents and stuff like that, and it allows your character to write articles based on what he's found and return them to his business. So these are all the side missions we've uncovered based on stuff we've looked at around the lighthouse. So 1 of 4 diskettes. Letter from a teacher, so we have 2 more letters to find.
Thought of a reward Stu gets if he behaves today.
A reward. He's not a dog, you know that, right? We're not going to feed him a Scooby snack because he behaves.
Pizza?
Oh, pizza. I would take pizza. So I think I'm having something else tonight.
I'm having lasagna for my dinner.
I think my wife made chicken or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
If he
Alright.
behaves, he gets to pick the next game you play.
If he behaves, he gets to pick the next game.
How do you define behaves? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Am I behaving so far?
Well, I mean, you haven't masturbated in front of the lighthouse or anything yet, so.
Well, I'm not on camera. What can I do?
Okay, that's not what I was going for. I was referring to when you did the Minecraft stream with me.
I know, but I wasn't. I'm not controlling a character. I can't do anything.
That's true.
By the way, it says the share play stops in 1 minute.
I will resend that.
That's the key that you picked up?
Yes, that's the key that was in his office. Which leads to the basement.
I don't think I'd fit down that thing. Looks very narrow.
Well, it's lucky that our character is built like a twig. I just want to check something here quickly. I want to take a look at our gamma. Okay, I thought so. So when I started a new game under a new save, it messed the gamma up. So I just wanted to fix that quickly, and I'm gonna send you another share screen.
Okay.
There you go. Let there be light. Let there not be light. Let there be complete darkness!
I'm still trying to get in. There we go. Oh, okay. You got a cigarette lighter.
Yep. Okay, bro. We get it.
Oh, you weren't controlling that. That was all like an animation. Okay, I didn't realize.
Yes. I would not have done that if that was the case. I don't just wave around a lighter.
Tunnel?
What is this madman making under the lighthouse? How odd. Now I know what's down here. You guys will find out soon enough. Like I said, I'm very far into this game already, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I love the... I'm so addicted to it. The story is very well done.
Is that a generator?
Yes.
Nice. It's just the only problem with like that is that like we don't get to solve the puzzles together. You're just like breezing through it all.
Well, that wasn't really... I haven't done a puzzle yet.
I don't know yet, but
I haven't even started a puzzle yet.
You found a key. You unlocked a door. That's considered technically a puzzle.
No, that's just an inventory item.
Oh, it's a VIC 20.
Is it really?
No, it's a typewriter.
It's a typewriter with a monitor attached to it. I believe they call them computers. I'm not sure though.
With my comrades, Alvarez and Makowski, in 1932. For some weeks, all three of us traveled to Puebla, a fort village upstream of the river Amazone Delta. It was there, in the mouth of an old drunken and erudite Indian, that I first heard of the great white bird.
Wait, he was in the mouth of an old drunken erudite Indian? That's what
No, he said it was there in. Shut up.
He didn't say from the mouth. He said in the mouth. I just pointed that out.
They are majestic.
That is what he said. I'm sorry.
They glide interminably, taking advantage of the thermals created by the heat from the craters. Every 3 years, one of the females of the colony abandons a single egg that will, all by itself, contain the entire next generation of white birds.
How big is the egg?
But the embryos contained in the egg are subject, it seems, to a brutal alteration in their chromosomes due to the toxic gases that escape
I
from
think they spelled gases wrong.
Left to its own devices, the egg would hatch nasty little black birds with a precarious existence. It is at this point that the intervention of the Ovo-Volahus, an indigenous tribe descending from a very ancient and famous
I feel like I should have made that joke when you guys were playing a two-player game. He can't do anything wrong really today, lol.
Ignoring the warnings of my companions, I set off towards the unknown, with the old Indian as my guide.
I bet he was your guide.
After a month of traveling, I reached the Amazon Falls. Then, out of the blue, my guide had left me. I was starving and had no more strength, totally weakened by a vicious tropical disease. I owe my life to the hospitality of the native tribe living near the bottom of the falls. A young Indian girl patiently lavished on me the care that was necessary for my recovery.
That's why you fell in love with her.
To tell the truth, we never left each other after that. Her
That's still
name
not.
was Yekomani.
I mean, that's not like the
I
very
loved her.
best basis for a romantic relationship, I have to say.
And the months that followed
Not really,
were
no.
the most beautiful.
Like the Florence Nightingale effect, like they said in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But here we are, already approaching.
It's like the Florence Nightingale effect.
Though if Stu did pick the game for your next stream, Grotto, he would probably make you play Sesame Street as revenge.
Yeah, probably. I would not be surprised, but then he would have to force me to download it, so that would never happen.
It's waiting where you'll begin.
Yeah, what is that? It's a typewriter connected to a monitor. It's weird.
Basically, yeah. Old-fashioned computer. Computer before computer.
Oh, there's the floppy disks. Look like they're in pretty bad shape, though.
Mentions a startup program in a plane mode for the Hydrofloat. Yoink.
There's no way that works.
Revenge for what I don't know yet, lol.
So probably none of these work.
Labeled number 3, Valembois didn't have time to use it.
Do they construct these old discs themselves?
A diskette labeled number 4, nothing saved on it. Looks like there wasn't enough time.
Okay, two things. First of all, why are they like these huge, big metal bolts in the corners? Like, that's interesting. The second thing is, that's not a very smart comment. Like, nothing saved on it. How do you know just because there's nothing on the label? Like, that's real amazing forensics work from this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
You'll see why. Hold on. Blank and labeled number 5. What was Valembois going to burn onto it?
there's no way these discs work. They're full of like dirt and crap. I mean, so maybe you have to go get the backup.
It's just rust. It's just rust. For the falls, backup diskette sent. For the island, backup diskette sent. For Puebla, backup diskette sent. For departure, and for emergencies.
This guy should have uploaded his stuff onto Google Drive.
Yeah, in the 1930s.
This can't be from 1930. I mean, this must be like 1999 or something. Or not that far. What the heck? Seriously? Hydrofloat operating system? You kidding me? Wow.
Alright, shit. The password. We just need to look at a... Actually, I'm going to use a hint for this, because it's a stupid password that I can never remember.
Well, where's it supposed to be?
It's in one of the documents you pick up.
Oh. The password is armadillo.
Okay, Valenbois' date of birth is his own personal documents. I saw it in his journal.
Okay.
From what I read, Valenbois' date of birth was June 28, 1904, so that's 280604 in the European format.
Before you do it, I want to put a comment on this. Two things. First of all, in theory, you're like a wimp for not remembering.
Shut up.
But that's a bullshit puzzle. You should have to guess someone's password. I'm sorry. Based on, like, their date of birth. And those are stupid puzzles. I mean, it's just not a good puzzle to let me guess something.
I mean, as I said, this is the original game. All they did was remake it.
I'm just commenting on the original puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't blame you for not remembering it because it's not a good puzzle.
There's a lot of puzzles like that, unfortunately, where you have to pick up a document, remember something in the document, and use it.
Well, at least if it's, like, clued, that's fine. But, like, how would you know this guy uses birthday for his password? In fact, like, most people would never do that. Would you ever use your birthday as a password for something? Every single freaking person, like, on the internet knows your birthday. But I guess back then it was different. But still, you know what I mean? Like, it's... I don't know. It reminds me of the movie War Games, which I was watching the other day. Have you seen that movie recently, or do you remember it at all?
What movie?
War Games.
I've never seen the movie. Like I told you, I have the game, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh well, he's trying to break into this military computer, and then he finds out it's in a stupid way that makes no sense. He finds out the name of the guy that designed the computer, and then he's like researching this guy and whatever, and then he finds out he had a son named Joshua who died. So then he uses Joshua as the password, and he's able to get in. It's like, all right, whatever, but like, I mean, that's a really shitty password.
So it's Joshua from the adventure game Hotspot?
Not that Joshua. It's another Joshua, I guess.
There's our hydroplane.
So we're going to take this thing all the way from here to Paris, like from Paris to South America?
Yeah.
I hope there's like a stewardess on board.
A stewardess?
Like, what are you going to eat for, like, how long does it take to get there? It's going to the water. It can't be that fast.
Alright, so, very first thing to do, let's do some more exploration quickly. A diagram of the elevator I used to get to the sea base. Valenbois has added a little sketch to it. It seems to suggest inserting something into the gallery wall that the elevator car runs along. That is a hint. Nope, we got another slide here. A diagram with mathematical annotations. I'll need a projector to make out what it is. Labeled 3 of 6. I think that's all the interactable things in here, I believe. Just double check. Oh, got a sledgehammer here. Might as well take that. Use with caution. Alright. There go my plans to slam it into my skull. You still here, Stu?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Awfully silent.
Sorry.
Well, there's something else on here to... Oh, there we go. Well used, judging by its condition. Probably on brickwork.
Not a very big sledgehammer either. This guy wasn't too strong, I don't think. He looked very frail.
Well, what do you think of the game so far? How are you liking it?
I think it's cool. I think it looks great. I mean, we haven't seen like too many of the real puzzles yet.
Not yet. We will.
But in terms of like the setting and the game, I think it looks awesome. And I used to like, you know, the challenge with some of these games back in the day were that like they had the you know, the thing like the original Myst, you had to like press the right to turn 90 degrees to the right. You couldn't really look around. I think these games where you can look around, it's just even if it's not full motion, you know, like walking around, there's still like enough immersivity that you feel like you're there. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're going to do two things. First, we're going to go back all the way up, and we're going to look at one of these slides specifically, because one of these slides give us a solution to a puzzle that we need. And then we're going to go back down here to the elevator room, and we're going to input that... so there's a secret room in the elevator room that can only be accessible a certain way. So we're going to do that as well. So first things first, we want to go all the way back up here. And we want to go up to that projector room. Also, can I just point out, it's taking this ambulance forever to get here for this dead guy.
I don't think it's ever coming.
No, I don't think so either.
Until
It's
you
like,
leave. Then
must have been a prank call.
You'd be like pulling out with your boat, and then it'll be like, woo, okay, yeah, someone's here. That's funny.
All right, we're missing.
Can you look at the slides you've already put in?
Yeah, I can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, because I never was able to find the sixth slide,
okay.
even though I know it's somewhere around. An Amerzonian goose, the eternal guide towards the great white birds. October 1932, Antonio Alvarez, David Mikowski, and myself, Alexandra Vombois, before setting off for the Amerzone. $59 plus 6. Of course. So that's the answer to one of our puzzles, the randomly generated answer.
Okay. What do you say, of course? Like, what is that? He knows what that means?
No, he's reading the text on the slide.
Oh, okay.
The Ovo-Volahos tribe, the guardians of the great white birds and their eggs.
So Ovo means egg for sure. What does like Volahos mean?
It's the name of the tribe. Forgive me, my darling. That's his wife. All right, let's turn this thing off. As I said, I've never been able to find the sixth slide. I'm sure it's around somewhere, but I've never been able to find it. So.
What movie is this from? What movie is this from? This first slide talks about what movie is that from?
I have no idea.
See, maybe the chat knows.
All right. So it was 59 plus 6. So that's
That's 65.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just wondering if this works now that we've turned on power. Nope. Okay. I was just like looking at that and thinking, wait a minute.
I wonder why not. Since nobody knows, that was from the one of the Police Academy movies.
Oh, God, I haven't seen those movies in forever. One of my my friend's mothers was in that movie for a split second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was one of the women showering in the shower, and she got paid a ton of money for it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wait, who was this? Who is it you said?
One of my friends, when I went to school with back in the day, his mother was in it. Yeah.
His mother?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe the friend told you that, or told people that the mother was in the movie.
Well, she was not happy about it. She, yeah. No.
Yeah, I can imagine not. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And he was like kind of bragging about it too. It's like she was a naked girl in the shower. It's like it's not really something to be proud of, but okay.
Yeah, man, that's a little bit creepy actually.
Okay. Just a little bit.
No, but there was a scene in I think it was the first movie, but it may have been one of the other movies where like Mahoney gets a prostitute and then like either somebody else gets one, and then the Mahoney's like sneaks her in somewhere, and then she ends up hiding underneath like the lectern of the auditorium, and Commandant Lassard comes and gives a presentation, and she's like basically doing something with him underneath the thing while he's giving the presentation. He didn't expect it, basically. It's a funny scene from one of the movies.
So out of curiosity, this is how I feel of this game. This game reminds me a lot of Myst and Riven with some of the gadget puzzles and everything in it. What do you think, personally?
No, so far it reminds me a lot of Myst 3. Like I said, because the interface is pretty similar. Not exactly the same, but this is more advanced, but it's similar enough that it reminds me of it. And a lot of gadget puzzles also. And I liked that game, but I especially liked the end game of that one. I don't know if you played it.
Myst 3? Yes, that was with Brad Dourif, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have it. I have Myst 3 and 4 installed, actually, on my PC. And Riven, obviously. Riven is one of my favorite games. I have to say, though, I was completely let down by the Riven remake. I really hated it. I really did not like it. I ended up getting it for my Quest, and I hated it. I hated the remake that Rand and Ryan Miller made of Riven. I thought it was terrible.
I haven't played it. I mean, it looks good, and I want to try it.
No, it's very cartoony compared to what it originally was. Like they couldn't incorporate the live actors anymore, so they made like really bad CGI.
Told me about this.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. And
That's stupid. Why would they do that?
I hated it. So the interesting thing is when they remade Myst, okay? Rand and Ryan Miller, when they remade Myst, they gave you the option to play it with the original FMV videos or to play with the remastered character videos, whatever. They didn't do that for Riven. They just made these stupid fucking NPCs that looked terrible and didn't give you the option of playing with the original video files. And so I hated it because Rand's character, fucking Atris, when he looks CGI, he literally looks like a cartoon character that you'd see on like a Saturday morning cartoon. I'm like, what?
That's funny. You know, I met Rand Miller.
I know. I saw you talking to him at the live stream.
Oh, you saw me talking to him, really?
Dude, every time you moved around and stuff like that, every time you got up from your chair and walked around, the camera picked you up. You should rewatch his streams on Adventure Game Hotspot. You're like the guest of honor there, I swear, with how much you're seen on the camera.
That's pretty funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, there's Stu again. And there he is again.
He signed one of my Myst shirts. But yeah... that is a little bit weird, but you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like when they remastered Gabriel Knight and they couldn't use the original voices anymore because they had like clean audio. Like, what the hell's the point of that again? Like, it's like they have Tim Curry.
Not just that, but the voice actor for Gabriel Knight literally sounded like he was doing an Elvis Presley impression. And I've always said that. I always said that to everybody. I said, don't you find that the Gabriel Knight in the remake sounds like Elvis Presley? And every time I say that, I get the exact same response. Oh my god, it does! Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of remakes. I like,
if they're done right, like this, I love them.
No, I'm not. I agree. I agree. I'm saying, but like, I feel like a lot of times in the past, especially, they were done just for the sake of doing them. And so, like, I backed Jane Jensen's Kickstarter when she had her, like, she was trying to start her company. Yeah. And they said they were going to do 2 adventure games, and they did. One of them was Mobius, and the other one was Gabriel Knight 1 Remade. And I'm like, I think a lot of people at the time were like, oh my god, yes. And I was like, oh my god, no. Like, I paid for, like, a new game. I don't want this game remade. Like, I don't care. I don't mind if they remake it, but I don't care. I've already played the original one. And then... excuse me, when I heard they're not going to be the original voices, I was like, what the hell? Like, who wants to play that? I mean, it's like, forget it. So, anyway.
So I did play the remake all the way through, and they added a whole bunch of new scenes that didn't make any sense. So, like, one time you go to the police station, there's like a vampire girl outside of the police station. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Yeah, no, there's a lot of weird shit that doesn't make any sense to the original game.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So this is like a puzzle you just did?
Yes. So Do you remember when we picked up that document downstairs in the basement that said that there's a hidden area in the elevator that can only be accessible by putting something in a hole? There's the hole, and I put this in there. All right. So now that I've done that,
we're gonna put something else in the hole first.
Yeah. Well, this isn't Leisure Suit Larry, so we're gonna avoid putting that in the hole. There we go. Now it has stopped the elevator. So when the elevator now.
Oh, I see.
And cool. So we've got this here.
And there's like a bricked up thing. Kick it.
Yeah. Punch it with your fist. Let's see if you can break your freaking hand.
Punching is not a good idea, but kicking it could theoretically work. But I guess the sledgehammer's better. He's so whippy, this guy. He's like, oh wait, he made a huge hole though. It didn't look like he hit that spot, but somehow he did it. Nice.
What has the professor hidden in this secret hallway, I wonder?
We should like take him and like put his body in there. Like pick it back up.
The ambulance people are coming. They just show up and you're like, yeah, by the way, the professor, he's in this secret passage that you have to go. Come on.
No, like, I don't know where the professor is. I didn't call him, you know. It's like, I got here. He wasn't here. He was missing.
Well, we just throw him in the lake at that point.
That's like a model train. Oh, this is like the same track from before.
Okay, so what we need to do here, this is kind of a cool little puzzle. There's the egg. This is the egg right here. So we need to load that onto the hydroplane.
Can you use a sledgehammer on the egg?
Okay. No. We're trying to save the egg, not smash it to pieces.
But I wonder if it would let you do it, I'm saying.
We can try. Mr. Valenbois, thank you for your patience and your payment. Everything is in order. You certainly have quite the project ahead of you. The kind that's likely to cost you a great deal of money and may not even work properly, not to mention all the paperwork. So if I may, my son Simon loves this type of project. He's a good kid with a proven track record, and he won't bother you with legal declarations. If you know what I mean, just give me the word, and I'll see to it that he gives you a good price. Sincerely, Mr. Reynaud.
You may not.
Sale of hardware, blah, 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 blah. Amount due, 450 francs. That's actually pretty cheap, given how much shit he had done. A snake skull, but what is it for? Nothing! It's a snake skull! It's decoration! You pick it up, you rotate it, the end.
It's pretty cool.
Museum of Natural History, so that's where the egg came from. Dear sir, our magazine would like to interview you for a feature dedicated to Amerzone. We are sure that your life and your scientific work, entirely devoted to this little-known country, will be of great interest to our readers. One of our journalists will be in touch with you very soon. Would you be so kind as to give him a warm welcome? Yours sincerely, Emma Fitzgerald, Editor-in-Chief. That's referring to us, by the way. We are the journalist.
Okay. I forgot it was.
According to some ancient myths, the Amerzone was home to the Avis alba, a creature with ivory white plumage, also known as the Great White Bird. These legless birds were said to glide for all eternity without once touching the ground, even after death. How does that work?
Sounds like bullshit to me. Seriously, like that.
Who wrote this book? The legend originated from the Ovo-Volhos, tribe native to Amerzone, a people who lived in symbiosis with these creatures of flight, to the point, as legend would have it, of helping them to reproduce by protecting their fertilized eggs through a unique process.
I just want to say, like, logically this makes no sense at all, because, like, there's no way that, like, there could be this bird that, like, its eggs would have been destroyed if not this tribe helping them out. Like, why did the tribe didn't start helping them out the first year that the bird was alive? You know, like,
yeah.
So it doesn't really make too much sense. But unless the volcano like was not like poisonous at some point, and like, you know what I'm saying, it became like over time, and then they started helping out. Maybe that's possible.
The sacred ceremony of the egg rite. So they were trying to protect the egg because if the egg goes near the volcano, it hatches into a malevolous bird, apparently.
apparently there's some racists because like they only like the white birds and they like the black birds.
They don't like the blackbirds. Yeah, they're entirely racist. Yeah,
that's what I think it is.
Yeah, I agree. Bastards. All right. Anyway, so what we need to do, is switch this track over.
Okay.
And we're done. No, I'm just joking. And now we need to go over to here, and we need to move this device.
Oh, that's going to carry the egg?
Yes, it's going to carry the egg straight to the...
puzzles. I get it.
It's one of those annoying puzzles.
No,
it is. No, it is.
Like
it totally is.
On a train or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it's totally one of those annoying puzzles. Yeah. So now we need to, I believe it's this lever we want to pull.
It'd be cool if it like flips into the air and lands on the thing.
Now, do you remember when we were up on the roof of the lighthouse and we on the top of the lighthouse and we did that puzzle? That was to power up all this.
Ah, okay. Well, what happened if you tried to do that when that thing wasn't there? It just wouldn't work, or who knows?
Yeah, if you go down here and don't do that puzzle first.
No, I don't do that. I'm saying if you don't move the car over there and you try to move the egg thing first, I guess it just doesn't work. I don't think that's gonna work. You gotta first push it back and then turn it.
That's right. Yeah, no, because otherwise it's gonna screw up everything. All right, so the very first thing I'm gonna do before we do that is we need to open this. Otherwise,
probably a good idea.
our elevator, our roller coaster to hell is not gonna work. All right, so let's bring this back into place.
On the left, I guess, this time?
Yep.
And it falls off.
Could you imagine all of that and it just like crashes?
You gotta turn the thing first, yeah.
I know.
Okay. Sorry, I thought maybe I was useful for a second.
No.
Those good old days when we were useful. Oh, this is a French game, right?
Yes. But I think, if I remember correctly, Microids also did the Inspector Gadget game I have. Which,
Inspector Gadget game?
Oh, I've never streamed it yet. That's right. There was a modern-day Inspector Gadget game made for PS5, and it has the original animation from the 90s TV show.
Oh, nice. Never heard of it.
Yep. There we have the
little TV. Oh, okay, that was close. It was very well protected, I guess. Can you follow it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we can go over here and see what happens, but I don't think we can go down this way. I feel like it's too precarious.
Probably you're right, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, we're not going to risk that. We're going to end up cracking our skull open. So we'll take the elevator, like we did before.
So how long has he had this egg with him? Like 50 years or something? Like, would it have hatched by now?
I don't know. It's a rare bird. God only knows. Maybe it can only hatch a specific way. Who knows? I mean, you and I both know that Sokal's work, like even in Syberia, he had like these very strange ideas with his games and everything. But that's what made them fun, in my opinion. That's what made them interesting. We need to take this out. Otherwise, we won't be going anywhere.
Right.
I mean, I would put him up there with Rand and Ryan Miller for sure, for creating some of the most iconic adventures.
What's the guy's name? It's Rand and...
Rand and Ryan Miller.
Is that Ryan? Is that
Ryan.
I don't think it's Ryan. It's something else. Give me a second. Something else with an R.
It was Ryan. Ryan Miller.
For some reason, I don't think so.
I'll check. Full of fuel.
I want to think.
Now, what we want to do... So you see that the egg is over here, right?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to climb up here. And once we get to the top of here, we use a crane-like device to grab the egg and put it
look it up.
Alright, so we want to put this all the way down here.
Robin Miller, that's his name.
Oh, Rand and Robin, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Ryan.
I don't know either. I couldn't think of it myself.
And...
Rand Miller is the only one that I think is really still involved in this game stuff. I think Robin he was mostly the artist originally, and I think he does other stuff now. I could be wrong. Yeah, after the release of Riven, Robin Miller left Cyan to pursue non-game interests, including films.
Interesting.
So he's only involved with Riven, and Rand is still there. But he did compose the soundtrack for Abduction.
He was in the game too. They didn't mention that? He was in the game. Both Rand and Robin are in the game.
Yeah, it says that too.
Yeah.
He outright said he would not do the soundtrack, but after persuasion by his brother Red, like he stepped on his balls or something, he decided to compose the music.
Stepped on his balls. That's crazy.
Like, how did brothers persuade each other? Oh, okay. This reminds you of that puzzle in Space Quest 3 now.
Doesn't it? Maybe they had inspiration from that. You never know. And there we go.
Would it let you leave this place without the egg?
No, because when you start up the device, the transporter in this game kind of has like an intelligence almost. You'll see what I mean. The computer is actually really smart, and it does a scan for the egg, and if it doesn't see the egg, it won't go anywhere.
Interesting. I don't know what the point is of going to this place. Like, the dictator guy's gonna like murder you. Why are we doing this, like, exactly? Like, just to help these birds?
I'm bored, man. I'm a bored journalist. It's either write a stupid article or go on an adventure.
Like, going to South America, like, that's pretty far, too. Like, there's a piece of paper on there.
Is that another
story?
So you have decided to push your curiosity to the limit. I will never be able to thank you enough.
Because I'll be dead. I won't be able to thank you at all.
And so it is without further ado that I will tell you the conclusion of my history.
Well, you already saw the conclusion. You dropped dead.
I ended the last part of my storytelling with the moments of happiness that I shared together with my one...
He likes painting her half naked, I noticed.
Yakuman. These beautiful weeks of my existence.
It's the only way he remembers her. He's like,
I wonder what he saw in her, you know?
I remember her breasts, but not much else.
I wonder what he saw in her. It's just mysterious to me. I mean, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
One morning, Yakumani signaled to me to watch what was happening through the branch walls of our hut.
Uh-oh.
The fever of my illness, compounded with that of love, had eclipsed my faculties of scientific observation.
It's like venting out the volcanicness.
Now I understand what they want the egg for. They're making egg bongs. So they can... they just fill the bong with weed, they smoke it from the egg. Of course! How do we not realize this?
It looked like a pretty big bong.
Take it back to Europe.
Like maybe a hookah.
The glory of recognition from the worldwide scientific community. At dawn, I set off.
What an asshole.
Never to see her again.
What a piece of crap this guy.
Only egg and took
Oh,
it back
man.
to Europe.
What a piece of shit.
I have put in danger the
Can we go,
very
like, and defile his
existence
corpse
of
now?
truly exceptional living species. And I betrayed the trust of a young Indian girl who
You son of a bitch.
was the only love of my life.
He
At
took
the
advantage of that
museum,
girl for
one
no
believed
reason.
My stories about the white birds.
And then he just, like, basically,
I
like,
became
see
the
ya.
laughing stock of the scientific community, and my career was irreparably broken.
Well, at least he got what he deserved there.
It has been 10 years now since the museum returned the egg of the white birds to me. It miraculously remained intact, not having suffered from the ravages of time. The egg was alive.
What a piece of shit this guy is. Oh, he's not done
I
yet?
have only had one thing on my mind. Make right the wrong I have done. And take
can't,
the
buddy.
egg back over there to the Amazon. In the meantime, I have put it in a safe place. Today, everything is in place. I have developed a new hydrofloat that is specially designed for an expedition into the heart of the Amazon. I have carried out all the necessary checks and calculations and corrected all the imperfections. But, as I have already told you, I am now an old man. And I no longer have the strength to undertake such a journey. So it is up to you. You who seem to be interested. It is you that I'm asking to take my place. Go back to the Amazon and take back the egg. I beg you. Good
This
luck,
guy is such a
and
piece
may
of shit.
God
I'm sorry for
protect you,
repeating myself, but...
my friend. Amerzone,
No,
Bellum.
I agree, but at the same time, it's nice to know that he finally, it took him a long time, but it finally wants to right his wrongs.
Yeah, I guess. But he's not really righting his wrongs. He's gonna help the little birds. What about the girl that he took advantage of and, like, left her to whatever, to be by herself afterwards? I don't know too much sympathy. Sure, before you leave, can we go defile the corpse? I would appreciate that. Seriously,
No.
maybe like take a piss on it or something.
Your favorite local station. And up next, regional news with important information for you birders on the peninsula. Today, migrations begin for the famous
Wow, what a
Amazon
coincidence! Is this a recording?
dramatic animal of our
No, it's the radio.
The geese should start their departure in the coming hours, off to their vacation homes, so to speak, nestled far away in the jungles of South America. But
We're
they'll
supposed
be
to
back
follow
with us next
geese or
summer.
something?
It's a Breton tradition that their migration is a good omen. So let's rejoice and wish them a good flight. Moving on to schools now. Let us salute the students of the primary school of Tourville who took the initiative in recent weeks to...
There's no like radio like that. When is this supposed to take place? Like, do you know?
When
So
is it supposed to take place?
Yeah,
I
it's
do
supposed
not
to take place
know.
in the 90s, or?
I do not know, actually. I don't think it's ever really implied. But I can tell you what we do need to do. Now, this is actually really cool, too. If you look at the egg, you don't really see too much, but if you are using your PS5 controller, you will actually feel the heartbeat of the egg through the controller.
So cool. How come like it showed in the picture the guy drilled a hole in the top of it? I don't see a hole in it now.
No, that was an egg. There's more than one egg.
Did they say that it's only one egg that gets laid for like the entire species or something? I thought that he saw them with that one egg and then he ran out and stole it, and that's why there's no more of those birds, and that's why it's such a great wrong. Because it was just one egg and there was like 50 more, and they'll be like, okay, let's make an omelet and be done with it.
Let's make an omelet and be done with it.
No, seriously. I think the whole thing is that this is the only egg that they have.
Alright, so we've
Oh, by the way,
fueled...
congratulations for passing 600 subs.
Oh, thanks. It's taking its sweet time for sure, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so we got to turn this bad boy on. I think that's not the on button.
This is like no power. Like, so does that mean that there's no batteries or what? I need a new battery. Can you hear me? A new battery.
I don't know why it's saying that, because I think haven't we done everything we needed to do?
It might just mean it's not turned on. It may not mean that there's no battery. Because it's green, it's not like red. Maybe there's a power switch somewhere?
Let me look at my, okay. There's a small switch near the central monitor of the Hydrofloat's dashboard that must be the ignition. Central monitor. Oh, is this it?
The left side. There, maybe. The one you just tried. Yeah, the one that's right on top, underneath where you are. Yeah, there you go.
No, that's the horn.
Oh, it did nothing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
I thought I already pressed that button last time. Please insert a diskette. Well, we have the diskette.
Is it the same diskette or a different diskette?
Yeah, it's the same one. It's the one labeled startup. Looks like an old Atari system.
It's like, honestly, like, completely unbelievable that disc would work. I like read old discs for a living. That disc looks like someone took a massive dump on it and then like threw it like in a pile of acid. There was no way it would work. I'm serious. But whatever. I'm glad it works in the game.
Yeah.
Like at very minimum, it would require a lot of effort to get any data off that disc. Enter core disk.
I think it was 22. I'm gonna do a hint on this too. 065. Okay. I because you know I don't want to waste time.
Go searching for it again.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Shipwreck Island. Okay. I mean, you have to pilot it yourself.
No, so it pilots kind of like how in Riven when you watch the video of them. I feel like this segment was inspired by Riven and Myst, where you're like traveling, because I think Riven came out before this game originally, didn't it? Because this game came out in 1999, the original game, and Riven was in like 1997, as I recall.
That's about right.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah. So this game, he definitely took inspiration from Riven for this stuff.
So confirm form, no?
No, we gotta adjust the form. So we want the propeller up one. Oh, that's not the propeller. That's the legs.
What's wrong with the form right now?
So if you notice, compare it to the form on the right.
Oh, it has to be this. Oh, you have to make it the same.
Yes. So the wings are fine as they are. The propeller, on the other hand.
That's good. What's the middle thing, I guess?
Hang on. The propeller needs to go. What the fuck is going on
here?
The
middle thing.
That's the propeller. There. We need to put that up.
There you go.
And that should be what we need. Form valid. There we go.
What the hell's the point of that?
So that the thing travels properly, because
that's a silly puzzle. I'm saying, like, just make it like it just does it. Well, I guess we're not going on the boat.
So the whole thing is we're telling the computer the form, and then it does the form.
No, but the computer knew what the form was. Is my point. It's like it showed a picture of it, so why couldn't it just say do this? You know.
No,
that's all.
The computer doesn't know the form. That's just a picture of what the form needs to be. You have to manually make that form so the computer understands. This isn't HAL 9000 we're dealing with here, buddy.
Yes. This whole thing looks like a rust bucket, by the way. It's like, it's supposed to be a new craft you built, but there's tons and tons and tons of rust on it. Installing rocket engine. You see what I mean? Like, it's so rusty. This must be a new. Did they say it's a new boat that he built?
I didn't say they didn't say it was like brand new. They said that it was
new,
meaning new compared to the other one that's in the bottom of the sea.
I guess.
All right, where we're going, we don't need roads.
Look how dirty the windshield
take
is
off.
too. You could like freaking clean the windshield before you went. Can't see crap. You just put the windshield wiper on. There's one right there. Is that a windshield wiper? I think it is.
No.
Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's not.
That's the harpoon gun targeting system.
Well, should have gone outside and cleaned the goddamn window.
Oh God. Okay, come on. Let's just enjoy it for what it is. Christ almighty.
I'm not really complaining. I'm just nitpicking. I mean, I'm not even nitpicking. I'm just sort of being silly.
Departure imminent. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. NASA! blast off!
Do you know how much money it would take me to, like, do this in real life? Like $1 billion, because, like, 99% chance he'd be dead at the conclusion of this journey. And he's doing it just for, like, a freaking egg. It must really be important to him.
Yeah. The other thing is that this hydroplane turns into multiple things, not just a plane. So it's a plane, it's a helicopter, it's a submarine, it's a sailboat. It does multiple forms. I actually like this.
Oh, so you are following the geese. It says rest recommended, so I guess I can go take a nap in the back now?
Yes.
9 hours, 54 minutes, oh my gosh.
But I'm glad you're enjoying this, though. I think they put their heart and soul...
Is that a magazine over there?
No, that's the map.
Oh.
It's a Playboy magazine, yeah, totally.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe it was, you know.
No.
Just rest and relax in the back.
I think you and I have a different opinion of rest and relax. This map shows the route from Valembois lighthouse in Brittany to Shipwreck Island off the coast of South America.
Would you sleep in this boat, like in this ship, and then just fly by itself? Just out of curiosity, I don't think I would. But where's the bed anyway? Oh, there's a little hammock there.
Well, it's more like a cot. It's more like a cot.
Yeah, it's sort of like it has holes in it too. But hopefully they'll support your weight.
He just falls through the floor.
There's not even a pillow or anything. I couldn't sleep on that. Must be a really good sleeper.
Well, we got to sleep on it for our loading screen.
Your chats were very quiet. Excuse me.
Yeah, they are. Very, very quiet indeed. So we are arriving at our new destination. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be flying at an altitude of 600 feet.
I think it's more like 30,000 feet. We're flying at altitude 600. Psh. Find out what's going on.
What's going on?
We crashed into a sperm whale.
We've got to go up to the cockpit and see what's what.
It's sort of funny that the birds are flying with you.
Yeah.
Water landing? What's it say there?
Warning, arrival at destination imminent, Shipwreck Island, water landing.
What does it mean, water landing? There's no landing strip over there. That's not really a good way to put your seatbelt on. Like, you like buckled on your legs. Look how you're so skinny, you barely even fit in the seatbelts. I guess that's what we said before, that guy was really skinny. Alright, nice landing, good job. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Now this island, I'm just going to point it out right now, this island is goddamn beautiful. It's such a beautiful island, you'll see as we
Yeah, I can't tell because the window is so dirty of your
Oh, Jesus. I'll clean it for you in a second. Hold on. Alright, anyway. Proceed to a docking point. Right. Well, use the throttle. Yeah, let's... Obstacle detected.
Use the missiles. You got missiles?
You got missiles. This is not Star Wars. Yeah, let's use our photon torpedoes.
That'll be Star Trek.
No, I know.
Opening emergency compartment. What's in there? I hope like a oh, it's ready to diskette. Why? We're leaving? Oh, you have to fix it. What's going on here?
You'll see.
Oh.
This apparently enables me to activate a grapnel and put the hydrofloat in submarine mode? What?
Like it literally, this literally
Identical
looks
to the one Valenbois left me for starting up the hydrofloat.
this literally looks like these discs are like stored underwater or something. I don't know why this whole thing is so rusty.
I don't... Well, I mean, it seems like everything is surrounded by rust.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why is the ship so... Like, unless it's like, it was water, like, really waterlogged. We're like, error detected.
Please upgrade to Windows 3.1.
Version 0.95, interesting.
Submarine! Okay, 007. So we're going to turn your hydroplane into a submarine. All we need you to do is pull a bunch of levers, and something will happen. I don't know what. I just invented the goddamn thing.
Why do you have to duplicate the form?
Well, I'm not duplicating much if that's on the screen. Why is that? Hang on. I need to be able to see the form I'm supposed to be duplicating, game.
Propeller temporary problem detected. Validation system temporary. Proceed to a direct manual intervention. So they want you to fix the propellers. They want you to fix the propellers. Like leave this area and go outside the propellers.
Righto.
That's what it said.
No, I forgot about this actually. Yes.
Oh man, you actually went outside.
Yeah.
You're in the boat. You're in the water, not like in midair or something.
No, we landed. Remember? I love this. I love this. Look at this. Just a nice little attention to detail, you know? Not really needed for anything, just really cool.
Captain, there be whales here! Sorry.
Do you know where the naval base is in Alameda? It's where they hold the nuclear vessels.
That's what I said, the nuclear vessels.
Yeah. Alright, so we need to go to the back here. Isn't that where we needed to go? Why is it not letting me go back there?
Well, that bar's in your way.
Oh, hold on. I know what I have to do. We're going to leave this open for a second. I get this now. I get this. Yeah. Are we done with just... Oh, it's...
Oh, not letting you leave it open.
Alright. Well, we got out of the boat and saw some whales, so that was an event.
That was worth it.
Yeah. All right. So what we need to do is we need to.
You can't do that, I don't think. Oh, you can. Oh, so that moved the propellers where you can get at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's smart. Okay. I don't know if I would have thought of that.
But you notice that like it does feel a lot like Riven to me. I mean I don't know if it does to you, but to me it feels a lot like Riven.
It does.
I almost feel like this game should have been what the Riven remake was with these kind of visuals. The Riven remake did not look anything like this, and they were using Unreal Engine 5 too. But that's the problem, is that they made it way too cartoony.
Well, the problem with the original Riven is that CD. The problem with the original Riven is that, like, sometimes you flip a switch and it would affect something like 20 miles away the other direction, and it was very hard to like keep track of what you were doing and where it had effects. So far I haven't seen that here. So far things are relatively straightforward, I think. But there's a little bit of that too, and you were solving the puzzles for me, so maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like it was a little more put together.
We should go over to this screen, hit continue. Now that we got that fixed, all right, now this is our form. So we want to put the propeller down there. We want to detract those wings, so push them in. I'm just going to move this slightly so that it looks more like our view. Okay, and then we want the... No. No, I think we were right on the middle one, actually. The right one. The middle one looks about right. Nope, form invalid. Okay. So maybe it's the top then. There we go. Form valid. So I'm curious. Whenever you stream your version of the game, I'm gonna be curious how this was all done on your version. Because on this version, it's pretty freaking cinematic and seamless and everything like that. So I kind of wonder what it looked like back then.
Yeah, I'm curious too. I agree. This looks really good.
So now we're going to be going under.
A copy of this.
Now we're going to be going under the water in a submarine. We got the grapnel hook now. So once we get to the destination and get our boat docked, I think we're going to call it a stream for tonight because we're at 2 hours in. I'm going to just start your share screen again here in a sec. Let me just pause the game while I do that.
Get on the boat, yeah, banana boat, yeah. For fun in the sun, you wanna get on the boat, yeah.
Please don't sing on my channel. I don't need monetization crap happening.
First of all, I thought you stepped away for a second. Second of all,
no.
I'm not gonna be. You're not gonna be demonetized for my bad singing. It won't even match to the song.
Could you imagine if that's what happens, though? We know the song you're singing. Alright, I sent you another invite. Use immersion controls to depart. Oh, wow! Look at that whale.
I can't look at it right now.
Oh shit, you missed it. A giant whale just leapt out of the water and back into the wind.
Wait, I'll look on the YouTube.
Yeah, check it out on the YouTube. That was beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Obstacle detected. Well, that's what we have a grapnel hook for.
You see, I don't understand why it's obstacle detected. Why can't you go around?
Because we need to go through here.
I know, but there's no way around it. Like around that rock to the right. I guess then you can't get there.
Don't think so. Warning: no journey has been programmed. Departure is definitive.
That said that last time too.
Use immersion control to depart. I'm...
The throttle?
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, because we have to... Right, because we're not using a throttle. We're going underneath the water. That's right. Oh, there we go. I guess we needed... okay, so it needed water to clean it.
Oh, there you go. That's funny, actually. It was a windshield wiper all along.
Well, there you go. Now are you happy, Stu?
Well, now the water's really dirty. I can't see anything. Maybe we come out of the water, I'll be happy.
Oh wait, I think we have to. We just sunk down. We have to hit the accelerator now, I think. There we go. Otherwise, we're not doing anything.
Okay, good.
Oh, you can see the whales there.
We're going underneath the wreckage. This is very dangerous, but okay. Like, there's the wreckage right there. It's like, I guess we're low enough we could partially miss it.
There's the whales.
Cool. They don't ram us.
Nah, it's floated underneath.
Like the proximity alarm. You bumped something.
Well, that's it. Our sub is going to implode.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Good end to the stream, I guess.
Okay.
This sub is really well built. I mean, it definitely can withstand a lot of pressure, I'm sure.
Yeah, unlike the other subs that, you know. Alright, anyway, so, more at the dock. Well, the problem is that we need to, I don't think... Yeah. Use of grapnel required to reach docking point. So we have to be like 60s Batman.
It's crazy, fuel depleted.
Alright. You now have access to the grapnel, a powerful tool. Alright, where do I,
The yellow indicator's right there, yeah. Oh, another windshield wiper. Oh, that's the aiming.
Windshield wiper. Alright. And, how do we fire this again?
Lever on top, it says. Lever on top. Lever on top. Lever on top. On top. On top. There you go.
Alright, perfect. Now we...
Hold down X. You didn't do it.
No. That's it. That's how it does it the first time.
Pull
See?
it closer. I see. Got it.
Almost try again. It's like a tutorial.
Yeah, I got it.
Look at the fisherman on the dock. He's just like staring at us as we're doing this shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It looks like you're looking down in the water.
No, he keeps looking back at the sub. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm back.
You're back!
Long enough.
As we're ending the stream, you're back, James! I have to have a word with your parents. No, I'm just joking. Welcome back. Alright, so now that we're out of here, let's go talk to the fisherman.
Is it the same actor?
Yeah. I recognized his voice right away. By the way, Microids Black Sad game on PS5, chef's fucking kiss, man. That game is so much better on PS5 than it is on PS4.
Wow. It's always to say you're done with your ruckus. It's like, holy crap, what is that sub? You know, like...
No, because he's the fisherman that the guy knew. He knows that sub, remember?
Changing my guinea pig's cage.
Alright, so let's talk to this gentleman and see what he has to say.
No. The fish aren't biting.
We didn't ask you if the fish are
What do you
biting.
expect, for Christ's sake? First of all, sperm whales don't usually come into this lagoon.
Are you fishing for sperm whales?
With all the racket you've made, you've certainly frightened the fish off. There's a whale trapped down below. He must have gotten caught in the old nets near the wreck.
That dock's about to collapse, too. Seriously. If there's a platform game, you'd be dead already.
Imagine if you could push him in.
And I could be in a bad mood. And when I am in a bad mood,
He becomes the incredible bulk.
I can play it annoying. Oh, even better. I don't feel like talking. Like you put your hands out, like we don't get. You know, okay, that's fine. Don't talk, jackass.
You actually have to help save the sperm whale that's trapped over there, and then come back to him and he'll talk.
All right. Is that for next time?
Well, let's just get to shore here. Go on now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thanks.
Go on now. Get the hell out of here.
Go on now, boy. Get. Nobody wants to talk to you anymore until you save that sperm whale.
Who you calling boy?
Look at I just want to point out. Look how good the water looks.
Yeah, it does look really good. I agree.
Like, everything about this game is just, in my opinion, so immersive. Such an immersive game.
That's funny, James.
Gotta save Moby Dick.
Gotta save Moby Dick. Yeah.
That got censored. I had to like show it.
Gotta save Moby Cock.
How come you weren't censored?
Cause it's my channel, damn it.
You should have been censored.
Yeah.
You just give me a title of a book.
we'll quickly look around and then we'll end the stream. Alcohol, definitely homemade, most certainly smuggled. Well, how do you know that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering that too.
Something to help him forget his loneliness.
I think it's empty also.
What else have we got here that we can look at? Nebel beer. Got a little... My hasty departure from Puebla, prompted by the troubling arrival of a group of soldiers at the outskirts of the village, caused me to lose half of my research. It would have been a disaster if I didn't have such a good memory, honed by years of study and the relative illegality of my presence in Amerzone. Alvarez has a particular dislike of researchers. Why, I don't know, but rumors mention a friendship turned sour. My research led me to this strange little island, only a few 100 kilometers off the Amerzone coast. Local fishermen call it a shipwreck island and avoid it like the plague. Storms and shipwrecks abound there, and many sailors have been caught unawares by its reefs. The island forms the center of a tortuous archipelago, which was very difficult for me to traverse. When I arrived, I was surprised to find that the island was almost completely uninhabited, with the exception of a solitary, distrustful fisherman. At first he claimed to know nothing about the Ophidian idol. I spent several days buttering him up with the excellent rum I smuggled from Puebla, and finally he told me of a centuries-old legend, a story passed down from generation to generation of the various castaways who have come to this cursed island over the years. Amerzone has been...
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Amerzone has been fertile ground for smugglers, pirates, and pillagers since the arrival of the Portuguese conquistadors in the 15th century.
What's an Ophidian? Sounds familiar.
I'm not sure. Drawn by the promise of riches and glory, these adventurers massacred the indigenous tribes, some of whom are said to have been descended from the Incas, who came here from the west a long time ago. They were massacred in vain. No riches awaited their killers. The most famous of the conquistador expeditions learned this from bitter experience after sailing up the Amerzone River to the Temple of Flight of the Ovo Valajos tribe, a monument that overlooked the chain of volcanoes that stretched beyond the marshlands. They found only a simple statuette of an Ophidian figure, not fashioned from gold, diamonds, or other precious gemstones, merely from local stone, which shone a stunning blue-green and turned out to be worthless. No one knows what the conquistadors did with the statuette. Some say it changed hands many times, sometimes stolen by other pillagers, sometimes by pirates, never finding its way back to its rightful owners. It is even said that it sank with a galleon sailing close to Shipwreck Island, and that it has been resting there ever since with the occupants at the bottom of the ocean. My host, the island fisherman, asserts for his part that all the legends around the statuette have one thing in common: they end badly, and that it would be better if the idol remained lost forever, forgotten by all. Alright, so we got one more thing to look at down here. Let's go there's two things which we should grab at this point in the game.
Oh, machete.
Still sharp.
You saw that sledgehammer too?
Sharp machete. I don't know. Can I access my inventory from here? I don't think I can. Let's hope it's still watertight. Yeah, for our sake. We're going to be using it. What's the other thing you want me to look at here? Oh, the light. The lamp looks burnt out. Well, that's always handy. Alright. So there's a whole process here, which we'll save for another day, where you have to, the diving suit is over here, you have to bring over the helmet, you have to fix the diving suit because it's damaged, and you have to power this windmill up because the windmill provides air into the tanks of the diving suit so we can dive into the water. So that's a whole other puzzle for another day. But yes, so that was Amerzone Remake on the PS5. This game came out April of 2025 for the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the PC. And all in all, I have not played the original Amerzone game. Stu does own the game, but has not yet played it, and hopefully he'll play it on his channel soon, and I'll join him for that. But all in all, based on what I have seen so far on my other playthrough of the game, in which I'm about 55%, 60% through the game, I have loved it so far. There's actually enemies at one point in the game that capture you and stuff like that, and you get interrogated, and there's a lot going on in this game as we go on. But basically, Stu was right when he said earlier that it's kind of silly that we're going to this island that has, like, you know, a political uprising and everything, and that's true. And we do have soldiers that are actually trying to stalk us and get rid of us throughout the journey. So we will be experiencing that on the next playthrough of Amerzone. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in today. So Lewis and oh God, James, thank you. Thank you very much to Lewis and James for tuning in. I promise I try to remember your name oftentimes, but sometimes I just forget it. But trust me, we appreciate you being here regardless.
Sometimes it's hard to remember like who was there and who's not there. Especially the chat was relatively quiet today, so. Yeah,
and I noticed that on your channel you have trouble remembering everybody too. You're like going through the list. I think we need to start writing. We need to grab a pen and paper and just write down the names as they join the chat, so that at the ending of the stream we know exactly who's in there, so we're not forgetting anybody.
I like to thank everyone who said something in the chat, but sometimes someone just says like hi and then never says anything ever again, you know. So it's hard to remember anything.
Yeah, it's true. But Luis
I also especially likes to show up and say something and then he like leaves or he's like super quiet.
Yeah,
I think he leaves though.
Yeah, I think he does too. I think he just shows up to give his support and that's it. But either way, we appreciate him being here regardless. And I also absolutely want to thank our co-host tonight, Stu's Game Reviews. Please check him out on his channel, Stu's Game Reviews on YouTube. He covers a lot of classic Atari games as well as some modern games as well, and some you probably have never even heard of. So check him out, go over to his channel, like and subscribe, and send him some money in the super chat.
Probably most of them you've never heard of. I mean, there's like so many weird obscure games, honestly. But no, this is by the way, you know, if you want to hear, like, I was looking at this game that I bought, like, I don't know, not that long ago. You won't believe this. Well, I don't even know why I bought this. It's called Captain Bible in the Dome of Darkness.
It already sounds terrible.
I wish I could show you the cover, because if you saw the cover, you would definitely think it was terrible.
Captain Bible and the what? The Dome of Terror?
Captain Bible in Dome of Darkness.
Dome of Darkness.
Sounds like the first G.I. Joe, the Permanent Darkness.
It sounds like Trump's Golden Dome that he wants to build.
Oh yeah, it could be.
You remember that? You heard about that?
Yeah, no, I heard about it. I didn't really watch. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But I did hear about it. No, but yeah, like I tend to buy these games that like nobody's ever heard of that look really weird, and I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And so sometimes you find a hidden gem, and a lot of times they're bad, unfortunately. But we learn from the experience. Let's put it that way.
Did you try this one yet, or no?
No, I haven't even opened it yet. I was just taking a look at it, but yeah, I will try it at some point.
What kind of a game is it? It's like Atari, or what is it?
No, it's a PC game. It came out in, let's see. It says copyright MCM XCIV. What is that?
I don't know. I'm never good at translating those.
I think 1994.
Okay.
And it's on floppy disk, like 3.5-inch floppy disk. But it's supposed to be an adventure game, but I don't know, action adventure. It says. I wish I could show this to you right now, but like unfortunately you can't see it. But yeah, it's probably terrible. Anyway, but no, this game here that you're playing, I don't think it's available physical on PC. I think it's only Xbox and I didn't see the physical on PC. I think the PC is only digital. If you see if you see a physical PC, let me know. But I think it's only digital on PC, and it's physical on Xbox and PS5. So I'm probably gonna buy the PS5 version. And also, there's like it's on Amazon. Like it's $40 on Amazon for like the regular physical edition. But there's like another one that I think was only released not in the U.S., which has like some kind of book or something you're mentioning. I don't.
Well,
think
it has a couple of things. It's not just a book. There's quite a few things that come with it.
Well, you send me the link. Maybe you're seeing something that I didn't see. So send me your link, and I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
I definitely want to buy a copy. It looks like a good game, and yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Honestly, you know,
yeah.
I nitpicked a little bit from some of the silly things, like the windshield is dirty, but
yeah,
I mean, honestly, like,
and then the windshield got cleaned, so you can't nitpick that anymore.
That's true. But it's a good game. Can't say anything bad about it. Really.
No, and you know, I feel the same way with a lot of the other games by Microids, they all of their games, like they did that Inspector Gadget game, which was like Mario Party. It's like a Mario Party game, but it has an entire story surrounding Dr. Claw and all this shit. Now the sound alikes. So the interesting thing about that game is they brought in, so the creator of Inspector Gadget. Back in the 90s cartoon series, was a French guy, and I can't remember his name now, but his daughter was the voice of Penny on that show back in the day. And so they brought her back, not only as a creative consultant, but to actually use her father's original animation for the game. And they also brought her in as the voice of Penny in the game as well. So it was really...
Inspector Gadget voiced by Don Adams?
In this game, no, of course.
No,
in the original, yes, the original.
He's dead now, so yeah,
he's long dead. But I mean, I thought his voice actor in this PS5 remake game or PS5 game was terrible. I could not stand him. He was trying to do a Don Adams, but Don Adams does certain things. I do a Don Adams voice, and Don Adams, he accentuates certain words. So like. When the guy talked in the game, he would say something like, well, Dr. Claw must be over here. And it's like, no. Don Adams goes, well, Dr. Claw must be over this way. Yeah, and that's how he talks. Yes, that's how he talks. That's how Inspector Gadget always talked. But this guy just goes, well, Dr. Claw must be over this way. And it's like, that's not Inspector Gadget. You don't sound like him. Right. But that aside, the game is really good. I do like it. Their Survivor game, based on the Survivor TV series, the reality series, is also really good. That's on PS5 as well. And finally, their Tintin game, which I have covered on this channel already, is also fantastic. And I mean, so I can't really fault this game company at all. I haven't found a single game that I've disliked from them. And I think they also did that Carmen Sandiego game that I covered on my channel, which is based off of the original 90s Carmen Sandiego series, or video game by Broderbund. And nice. And that one was fantastic as well. I'm surprised you didn't see that, Stu, on my channel. You would really love that Carmen Sandiego game. It was so true to the original. It's so true to the original. So it basically is identical to the original game from the 90s, but they add adventure game elements into it. So the story is that Acme, you play as Carmen Sandiego. Acme captures her and then says, you know what? We'll give you a shorter sentence if you help us capture the rest of the Acme agents. And so she agrees, and so you play as her. You play as her, and so it plays a lot like there's two modes to the game. There's the classic mode, which plays more like the 90s Carmen Sandiego, and then there's modern mode, which plays in their style, where you actually do walk around Carmen Sandiego. So when you visit the location, how it works is so like you get the hints, and then you have to find the location you want to visit, right? Exactly like the original game. But when you arrive at the location, you actually control Carmen Sandiego and walk around the location and talk to people, and that's how it works. As opposed to...
Do they try to like rat you out? Are they trying to murder you for like ratting them out because like you're like basically rounding up your old gang? I mean, you'd think that they would.
Well, they're not happy about. They're not happy about it. So at the ending, when you capture them, they do sometimes say stuff like, "Oh, well, we're gonna find Carmen Sandiego," like, because you go into an interrogation room at the ending when you capture them.
You can buy the DLC with Where's Waldo. They fall in love.
Lewis, now you're back to say that? All along, the entire stream, not a damn fucking thing, and then you're back to just talk about some Where's Waldo DLC joke. Come on, man.
It's funny, though.
It is. Of course it is. But yeah, no, it's a really good game, just like all their other games. I love this company. I cannot say enough of how much I love this game so far. It is so beautiful. I mean, graphically, it is damn beautiful. And the wave effects and everything, it just shows what Unreal Engine 5 is capable of. I mean, this engine is a phenomenal engine. And I think even Grand Theft Auto 6 is using Unreal Engine 5 for their game next year. So it'll be really interesting to see how gorgeous that game is going to look with Unreal Engine 5. I'm sure it's going to be drop-dead gorgeous. Even better than everything else we have so far, knowing Rockstar. But as I said, Mind's Eye, we will be streaming in the second week of June, and that game is made by the former devs of GTA, so Sam and Dan Houser. And that game is set in a GTA meets Cyberpunk universe, and should be a lot of fun. I do want to stream more of this over the next day or so with Stu, again, if he's able to, because, I mean, we're getting to some crucial parts in the game, and I kind of want to, don't put this off, I don't want to put this game off for too much longer, but I do still intend to stream Mind's Eye over the next couple of weeks as well. And we also have to finish off the final part of Police Shootout, which we only have 2 more missions left of that. So we'll probably do that over the next couple of days as well. As well, guys, again, check out Stu's game reviews. He'll probably be streaming something over the next couple of days. So go to his channel, like and subscribe. Check out his streams. And thank you once again for being a part of this stream, Stu. I greatly appreciate it. And I was surprised, actually, that you didn't know about this remake.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about it, but I do now, so I'll be trying to pick it up pretty soon.
There you go. So again, guys, if you like this game, it is available on sale on the PlayStation Store right now for their Days of Play event. So check it out on there. It's dropped down by, I think it's like $40 off or something like that. So check it out on there if you want it digitally. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful night. Check out the playlist section for any missed streams. I will probably be, since it's Friday, I will probably be going over to the Pirates of the Geek Vortex podcast tonight. So once I stream that podcast over on Olaf's channel, it'll be added to the playlist section on my channel under Pirates of the Geek Vortex podcast. So check that out as well. That's at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Olaf Productions channel, OLLAMH Productions. Check that out if you want. But yeah, until then, guys, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you soon at the Gamers Grotto. Take care once again, have a good one, and hopefully we will be back with this game in a day or so, and continue on where we left off. Take care, guys, have a wonderful night, and have an amazing weekend. We'll see you soon.
Have a good night, everybody.